There's something magical about the moment a family decides to bring a dog into their home. It's not just about getting a pet. It's about welcoming a new member into the family. One who will share laughter, protect children, and turn ordinary days into adventures. For many families, this journey begins with a single question. Which dog is right for us? Every family has its rhythm. Some live in quiet suburbs, others in lively apartments, and some travel often or have kids who can't wait to play outside. The perfect family dog isn't just one that's cute or calm, but one that fits into that rhythm like a missing puzzle piece. That's how the Parkers, a cheerful family of 4, began their search. Emily and Jake, the parents, had 2 children, 7-year-old Lily and 10-year-old Ben. Both kids loved animals, but they had never owned a dog before. "We need one who loves to play," said Ben. "And one who doesn't mind my singing," added Lily with a giggle. Their search began with research, dog shows, and visits to local shelters. They discovered that some breeds are known for being gentle and patient with kids, like golden retrievers, Labrador retrievers, and beagles. Each had its charm. The golden retriever stood out first. They learned that goldens are affectionate, loyal, and endlessly patient. Emily read stories about how they can sense emotions, comforting sad children, or staying close when someone is sick. The Parkers met one at a local park, a friendly golden named Daisy. She gently brought a ball to Ben, sat down calmly beside him, and wagged her tail when Lily sang her little song. "She's perfect," Lily whispered. Then came the Labrador Retriever, a breed famous for its friendliness and energy. The Parkers met a chocolate lab named Bruno, who instantly stole everyone's heart. Labs are known as the all-around family dog, intelligent, loyal, and eager to please. They love swimming, hiking, and playing fetch, perfect for an active family. Lastly, they met Charlie, a beagle with big brown eyes and a wagging tail that never stopped. Beagles are smaller, curious, and playful, a great fit for families with young children or limited space. "He's adorable," said Ben, as Charlie sniffed his shoes like a detective on a mission. By the end of the day, the Parkers realized something important. The best family dog isn't about perfection. It's about connection, that spark between humans and dogs, that feels like home. As they drove home, Emily looked in the rearview mirror at her kids. "We're not just choosing a dog," she said softly. "We're choosing a friend for life." And in that simple truth, they felt ready to find their forever furry friend. A week after their search began, the Parker family stood in front of the animal shelter again, hearts full of excitement and hands holding treats. They had seen so many adorable faces, but today felt different. Today, they weren't just visiting, they were choosing. The air smelled faintly of rain, and the shelter was alive with barks, wagging tails, and curious eyes peeking through kennel doors. Emily knelt beside Lily and Ben. "Remember," she said gently, "we're not just choosing the cutest dog. We're choosing the one who fits our family." They walked past dozens of dogs, playful beagles, energetic labs, retrievers, and even a few mixed breeds, wagging as if to say, "Pick me." Then, in the last row, they saw him, a golden-coated dog with soulful eyes and a calm smile. His name tag read Buddy, 2 years old. Buddy wasn't jumping or barking like the others. He just sat quietly, watching them with a soft, trusting gaze. When Lily knelt beside the gate, he leaned forward and licked her fingers, his tail wagging slowly, as if he already knew her. That was it. The connection was instant, unspoken, but strong. The shelter volunteer smiled knowingly. "Buddy's a golden retriever. He was found near a park. No microchip. No owner ever came. He's gentle, well-behaved, and loves kids." Emily looked at Jake. Jake looked at the kids. And without saying a word, they all nodded. This was the one. When the papers were signed, and Buddy walked out with his new blue collar, it felt like a new chapter in their lives had begun. The drive home was full of laughter. Buddy sat between Lily and Ben in the back seat, tail swishing like a feather, head resting calmly on Lily's lap. The first week was chaos, the beautiful kind. Buddy explored every corner of his new home, from the kitchen to the backyard. He barked at his reflection, tried to help Emily with laundry by stealing socks, and decided that Ben's bed was also his bed. But he was gentle, always careful not to hurt anyone, always waiting for permission before climbing onto furniture. He learned quickly: sit, stay, paw, and even ring a small bell by the door when he needed to go outside. The children adored him. Every morning, Ben would wake up early to feed Buddy and walk him before school. Lily would sit with him after homework, reading stories aloud, as Buddy listened with his head tilted and his ears perked. One rainy evening, Emily noticed something that melted her heart. Lily was scared of thunder, as she always had been. But when the sky rumbled that night, Buddy walked over, curled up beside her bed, and placed his paw gently on her arm, as if saying, "Don't worry, I'm here." Lily fell asleep with a smile, holding onto his paw. That moment changed everything. Jake, watching quietly from the doorway, whispered to Emily, "Now I understand why people say dogs make a house, a home." Days turned into weeks, and life found a new rhythm. Walks, laughter, muddy paw prints on the floor, and fur on every couch cushion. But with it came lessons too. The Parkers learned that Labradors and Golden Retrievers thrive on love and activity. They are not dogs who like being left alone all day. They want to be part of everything. They need playtime, training, and lots of affection. Emily began researching more about family-friendly breeds. She discovered that Cavalier King Charles Spaniels were wonderful for smaller homes. Gentle, affectionate, and calm with children. Boxers, with their goofy energy, loved to play for hours. Poodles, both standard and miniature, were intelligent, hypoallergenic, and eager to please. The lesson was clear. The best family dog wasn't just about breed, it was about understanding. Some families needed active dogs, like Labradors or Collies. Others needed calm companions, like Bulldogs or Basset Hounds. And for some, mixed breeds, rescued and full of heart, were the greatest treasures of all. One Saturday morning, Buddy joined the family picnic at the park. Children ran, frisbees flew, and Buddy chased butterflies like a clumsy puppy. When Ben accidentally fell while running, Buddy sprinted back immediately, standing guard until Ben got up. His loyalty was as natural as his wagging tail. "See," Emily said softly to Jake, "that's what makes him perfect. Not just his breed, his heart." Jake nodded, smiling. "Yeah, the perfect dog doesn't just fit your life, he completes it." As the sun dipped below the trees, Buddy lay beside the kids, his fur glowing golden in the light. The laughter, the warmth, and the love, it all felt exactly right. It had been 6 months since Buddy came home with the Parkers. And by now, he wasn't just a family dog, he was family, in every way that mattered. His leash hung by the door next to the kids' school bags. His toys were scattered across the living room, and his name was part of every conversation. But life, as always, had its tests. One cold November morning, the Parkers woke up to find the power out and rain pouring heavily outside. The house was dark, the wind howled, and thunder rolled across the sky. The kids were frightened, especially Lily, who had never liked storms. Jake tried to calm everyone while lighting candles, but the flickering shadows only made the house feel colder. That's when Buddy appeared. Without being called, he climbed onto the couch, pressed close to Lily, and rested his chin on her knee. His calm presence filled the room with warmth. He didn't bark or whine, he just was there. And somehow, that was enough. By the time the power came back, the fear was gone. The kids were smiling again. Emily watched a gentle golden retriever lying at their feet, and whispered, "That's what family means. Showing up even when it's dark." As days went by, Buddy's quiet strength continued to shine. One afternoon, when Ben came home from school, upset after a hard day, Buddy followed him to his room. Ben didn't talk, he just sat on the floor. But Buddy laid beside him, placing his paw on Ben's arm like a friend, saying, "I understand." That simple moment spoke louder than words ever could. The Parkers began to realize something profound. Every great family dog, no matter the breed, shares this same gift. It's not about obedience, or tricks, or how cute they look. It's about empathy, loyalty, and love that asks for nothing in return. Emily often thought back to the research she'd done months ago. She remembered the lists. Top 10 family breeds, best dogs for kids, easiest to train. They were all useful, but none of them mentioned what really mattered. The way a dog could sense your mood, sit beside you in silence, or make you laugh when you most needed it. Buddy had taught them all that. As the holidays approached, the Parkers decided to give back. They volunteered at the same animal shelter where they had met Buddy. Lily and Ben helped walk the dogs, bringing treats and toys. One of the dogs, a shy black Labrador named Luna, reminded them of Buddy's calm patience. She was nervous at first, but when Ben knelt down quietly, she walked over and rested her head on his shoulder. Emily smiled. Looks like she found her person too. That winter, Luna was adopted by another family, one with 2 young kids, just like the Parkers. Emily often thought about how many homes had been made brighter by dogs like Buddy and Luna. gentle souls who didn't. He just lived with humans but changed their lives in ways no words could describe. On New Year's Eve, as fireworks sparkled outside, Buddy sat beside the family on the porch. The kids were bundled in blankets, holding mugs of hot chocolate, while Buddy's head rested on Jake's lap. The noise outside didn't scare him. He just gazed at the sky calmly, tail wagging softly. Jake turned to Emily. "You know," he said, "when we were looking for the best family dog, I thought it was about finding the right breed. But now I think it's about finding the right heart." Emily smiled. "And somehow, he found us too." Lily leaned over, hugging Buddy's neck. "He's not just our dog," she said sleepily. "He's our big brother." The family laughed, and Buddy gave a soft woof, as if agreeing. The truth was simple, yet beautiful. Every breed has its gift. Golden Retrievers patient and kind, the gentle guardians. Labradors joyful and loyal, the forever friends. Beagles curious and playful, perfect for kids. Cavaliers affectionate and calm, loving everyone they meet. Boxers goofy protectors with hearts of gold. Poodles intelligent and adaptable, learning to fit every family. But the best dog for any family, isn't found in a list, it's found in a heartbeat. As midnight arrived, Buddy barked once deep and happy, as if to say thank you. The fireworks flashed across the sky, lighting up the family's smiles. The Parkers had found what they were looking for, not just the best breed, but the best kind of love. Loyal, pure, and unconditional. And in that cozy home, with laughter echoing and a golden retriever curled up at their feet, they knew one thing for sure: life was simply better with a dog. It mixes warmth, cinematic detail, and real breed insights, perfect for your paws and tails channel.